Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a great day. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to another segment of Live Album Spotlight. Now, the band I'm going to be talking about today, I've not mentioned on the channel before. That band is Simple Minds, and the album up for discussion in Live Album Spotlight is Live in the City of Diamonds, released on April 25th, 2025 for BMG Music. The music for this album was recorded on April 8th, 2024 at the Ziggo Dome in Amsterdam, Netherlands. And various other tracks for this release were recorded on the band's European tour and stops of London and France. Now, this is the band's 12th live release, and to date, Simple Minds have released 21 studio albums. The most recent studio album was 2022's Direction of the Heart, which is what this tour is in support of. Now, just a bit about Simple Minds. Forming in Glasgow, Scotland in 1977, the band quickly signed to Arista Records, releasing their debut release in 1979. After two releases for Arista Records, the band switched labels to Virgin Records and basically have been releasing albums ever since. The most popular album is 1985's Once Upon a Time, which to date has sold 5 million albums worldwide. The band has sold a collective estimate of 60 million albums worldwide. Now, I gotta tell you, I lost track of Simple Minds after the release of Once Upon a Time. And it also should be noted that the band's most successful release is the single Don't You Forget About Me from the Breakfast Club soundtrack. Now, with regards to the release of Don't You Forget About Me, it has been noted and stated various times, and many times, sorry, that that song is not one of the band's favorite. They actually do not like the song. They uh, actually refused to release it on the album Once Upon a Time in 1985 when the record company and pretty much management suggested that they do so because they didn't feel that the song was good enough or that it would be a hit single. Well, it's turned out to be their most popular single worldwide. Now, with regards to Live in the City of Diamonds, there are two versions of this release, a vinyl release consisting of 18 tracks on two vinyl LPs and a two CD 24 track version of the album. I happen to have the two CD 24 track version of the album. You can stream the 18 track version of the album on YouTube and also on Spotify. I prefer to have the 24 track. You get the full show, and the full show does clock in at around 2 hours and 7 minutes. So, good bang for your buck. Now, performing in the band on stage for this release, you have Jim Kerr on lead vocals, Eric Lundgren on keyboards, Gordon Goody on guitar and backing vocals, Charlie Burchell on guitar, Charisse Osai on drums, Jed Grimes on bass, and on backing vocals, you have Sarah Brown. Now, in listening to this album, this is quite intense. This is pretty much for any fan of Simple Minds. This is pretty much a live greatest hits because you have a good combination of singles and album tracks and concert favorites. A lot more guitar than I remember from the band, but to be honest, again, I lost track of the band after 1985. The album starts off with Waterfront, one of the band's early singles. Brilliantly done. Heavy guitar from Charlie Butchell. It segues into Love Song. Um, and all of these songs are the full length versions of the tracks. There are no medleys or shortcuts taken with these tracks. After Love Song comes Suns and Fascination, 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Then you have Sweat and Bullet at 4 minutes even. Brilliantly done. Brilliantly done. Track five on CD1 is The Fear of Gods at 5 minutes and 23 seconds. And Jim Kerr is pretty much in fantastic shape vocally. He is, ready to go. He is, in top form. Let There Be Love is next at 4 minutes and 19 seconds. She's a River uh, comes next at 3 minutes and 34 seconds from 1991. Title track from Once Upon a Time at 5 minutes and 17 seconds comes next at track 8. Track 9 is Glittering Prize, 4 minutes 11 seconds. Again, brilliantly done. The band are in top form. And in terms of the sound quality of the recording, the band again are tight. They're locked into one another. Cherise Osai on drums is just keeping it all together. And the drums are really tight and full. They don't sound flat. They're really full and rich and lush. After Glittering Prize is track 10, New Gold Dream, 82, 81, 82, 83, 84, 7 minutes and 47 seconds. And at the end of that track, Cherise Osai breaks into a really rhythmic drum solo, which segues into Promised You a Miracle, track 11, 4 minutes and 32 seconds. And CD1 ends with track 12, Belfast Child, 10 minutes and 37 seconds. Really moody synths and guitar chords that come in. The audience just is locked in. They're joining in with vocals. It is mesmerizing. And again, Jim Kerr does deliver a very heavy, emotional vocal. Uh, it is something to behold sonically. And Charlie Butchell on lead guitar delivers an amazing guitar solo. And it is pretty much considered, well, I would consider this a showstopper, for the performance. And that is the end of disc one. Before I continue with disc two and talking to you about the songs, I wanted to show you the disc. This is the 24 track CD version, 2 discs, comes in a book format. Just a quick shot of the, forgive my fingers, again, of the pictures of the band on stage. And you have text from the, from the tour, and information about the tour. And as you can see, the CDs are in the top of the envelope slip in front and back of the album of the CD cover. So you can pull them out without having to rip apart any sleeves of the album. Continuing with disc two of the CD version, starts off with someone somewhere in summertime, 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Again, great version of this track. See the Lights comes next at 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Now, this is where afterwards, track 3 is where it takes a bit of a turn. The track Book of Brilliant Things comes next, 6 minutes and 28 seconds, featuring Sarah Brown on lead vocals. She does an amazing job, an amazing job. And again, the band are into it, the audience is into it. They're really, locked into one another between the energy of the band and the audience together. And Sarah Brown does really deliver a fantastic performance of this track. Track 4 on disc 2 is Don't You Forget About Me. Again, the band's biggest hit in North America, and the one track they hate the most as well, clocking in at a whopping 7 minutes and 34 seconds. Then they segue into Alive and Kicking from Once Upon a Time. Again, featuring Sarah Brown on backing vocals. She fills in and does the vocal phrasings that Robin Clark did on the original studio recording. After Alive and Kicking, again, a rousing rendition of that, they launch into Sanctify Yourself, 5 minutes and 27 seconds. Vision Thing is next, 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Again, just wonderfully done. The American is next, track 8. Track 9 is Solstice Kiss, 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Premonition is next. Again, these are all done spot on, and the drumming provided by Cherise Osai is just brilliant. She is locked in with the with the rest of them. She is just going for it. Um, After Premonition is Hunter and the Hunted, track 11, 5 minutes and 31 seconds. Again, this is just beautifully done. And the concert ends with track 12 on disc 2, Colors Fly and Catherine Wheel, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Um, Again, this is a performance that is very charged, more rock oriented than I remember the band to be. Heavy guitars from Charlie Burchill, sorry, and company, and just beautifully done. Just really heavy in spots, emotional in others. A lot of great synth and keyboard textures that come in, and the band seemed to be on fire. I mean, they're locked into one another, and they're just delivering one of the most emotional performances I've ever heard from any band. And again, the band are into it, the audience is into it, and there's a good meeting of both audience and band coming together as one in this recording. And again, you can get this album CD version or vinyl version on Amazon.ca, .com, .co.uk. As I said, the vinyl version, double vinyl version, sorry, has 18 tracks because again, you can't fit due to time constraints on vinyl, you can't fit 24 tracks, depending on the length of song per side. And the CD version is the full concert with 24 tracks, clocking in at a whopping 2 hours and 7 minutes and 3 seconds. So you can stream this on Spotify. You can stream this on YouTube. You can get the 18-track version on Spotify, but you can also stream the 24-track version on YouTube. And I'll put a link in the comment below, um, in the description below, sorry, that so you can hear the 24-track version for the concert. Again, I unfortunately lost track of Simple Minds after Once Upon a Time. I recently purchased the uh, 40th anniversary edition 5 CD set of the album, which contains B-sides and remixes and extended versions. And it does contain a live album that they did in '87, Live in the City of Lights. So if you can get that, you can get that. Please purchase that as well. You can get that on Amazon.com.ca.uk. And yeah, please check out Live in the City of Diamonds and let me know what you think of the album in the comments below. That's it for now. Please click like and subscribe and do hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content I've got coming up. There are more shows coming up with Bill Schuster, Ken Cheshire, and Sagosh, and we're going to get them to you as soon as we possibly can. All right? Have a great day. Look after yourselves and one another. Bye for now.